Hi guys, welcome back to Respectfully Unsettled. We have Jared Matthews. Okay, welcome Jared.
Thank you.
Or shall I say, I'm in your town.
Yes, California, baby. Let's do it, man. Let's do
Special
it.
edition episode. We're so excited to come and see Jared.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Super,
We're
super
so
exciting.
excited. I'm actually more nervous because I've never filmed outside of Utah, so this is a big
It's
deal.
your first time?
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is first time.
So all of them in your studio back home. Okay. Well, that makes me feel like 10 times more special. I'm like,
I know.
I'm here. It's been a journey. So yeah, it's exciting,
Yeah.
man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
And to
absolutely.
Alden coming along as well. Let's do it, man.
Yeah, Eldon in the background.
Yeah.
Y'all can't see him, but he's there.
He's there. He's
there.
he's part of it. Yeah, for sure.
And I also want to give a special shout out and thanks to Hub 101 for letting us come and film at their location.
Yes.
This space is awesome and beautiful, and we're so excited to be a part of that with them. So thank you so much. We appreciate you guys.
It's been interesting. Like we just walked in here, they gave us a tour, and it's just like now we're here and now we're just doing our thing. We've been kicking it for like an hour, just setting things up and moving things, and it's actually been epic. So yeah, thank you, Hub 101.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, Jared, I know we go way back. I know I've said that before in an episode, but Gary and I actually go way back.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain the story of how we know each other, but we met through Eldon actually.
Yes.
I think you were modeling or something or you tagged.
I was not modeling.
He wasn't modeling actually.
Yeah,
Let me scratch
yeah.
that. Let me have you just say
Yes.
that. What?
So yeah, actually funny story actually of how we all got here. It was Lonely Ghost. It was Lonely Ghost. So I like went to Lonely Ghost. It's a clothing brand in Utah. It's like famous for saying I love you, say it back, or love you, something like that.
Yeah.
Something with along those lines. And like I went there, I loved the theme, I loved the idea. I got a whole bunch of their stuff. Next minute, like I tag them, they repost me. Alden, who's a massive fan of Lonely Ghost, he follows me, messages me like, "Oh, are you in Utah? I'm moving to Utah." Sick. We start like chatting, and then you had just moved here, and then he's like, my cousin or my friend Kiki's having a house party. Why don't you come through? It's like a welcoming thing, and before you know it, there we are.
There we are.
And that's how that happened. And now.
And the rest was history.
Like 3 years later.
All three of us went a little crazy and had our all fun moments.
100%.
That was lots of fun.
It was like we had our own separate lives and like our own journey. And it's like, it just like feel like it just came together and it was like a big puzzle. It was like unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It worked. It was like weird, but it worked, if that makes sense.
It did. It was weird. I mean, we had a lot of different like changes in like backgrounds, and I don't know, for some reason it just meshed.
100%. Yeah. Like you say, even now you look at our lives and like we're so different in our own way. But like when we're together, it's a vibe. It connected. I remember hanging out like almost like at least 2-3 times a week even, just hanging out at the house. And then like the next minute, boom, Kiki's off. Boom, next minute I'm off. Boom, boom, next minute Eldon's off. Just doing our own thing.
Yeah.
It was just life. It was sweet, man.
Life was
it was
fun.
so cool.
I always thought it was so funny because Jared came to Utah and he didn't have a car, but he always was able to show up places.
Yep.
Like,
I made it happen.
Always able to show up. We'd be like, Jared, can you come? You're like, yeah, I'll get an Uber right now.
That was like my life in Utah. It was like either like the tracks. It was either like a host family driving me. It was either a friend taking me on Uber. I don't know how, but it was just legitness. It just happened, and like we just made it happen. I remember Alden driving me a couple of times. You drove me a couple of times. Host families. It was just, made it happen to live life, man.
I loved it. I thought it was so funny. I thought it was
it's different. It's
it
very,
was,
very different.
He was really determined, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever asked you, or maybe I have, and it's just been a while.
Yeah.
But what made you come from South Africa to Utah?
Damn. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
And it was a very interesting time in my life. So I was in South Africa. It was the year gets me. I want to say it was 2021 or 2022, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was trying to like follow her to the UK. She was like, "I'm going to the UK." I'm like, "Okay, well, South Africa, nothing was really happening. It was just like life, same old, same old." And yeah, so this girl moves across. We did like long distance for a month. I'm like, no, I gotta follow this girl, like, make a few phone calls. I phone this guy that who was in the UK, and I phoned him like, hey dude, this is a situation. Can you get me a job in Utah? No, in America. Can you get me a job in England? Like, I want a job in England, coaching job. He like laughed at me. He's like, well, I'm actually at the airport right now, and I'm going to America. And I was like, oh damn. And now backstory, I'm from South Africa, but I was born in Florida.
Okay.
So I have I'm like a US citizen. So I was like, okay, interesting. And it was like within like a space of like a week and a half, where it was like, want to follow this girl, make this phone call. I get my US passport renewed, and he's like, forget this girl, come to America with me. And I was like, okay, let me think about it. No, I don't tell this girl anything. And like, I want to say like a day or two later, she phones me, she breaks up with me.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, sweet, there's my answer. I'm doing it. Like, forget this whole thing. I thought I was gonna go one direction, boom. And then within like literally 6 weeks, life packed up in South Africa on a one-way ticket plane. That's all I could afford, a one-way ticket to America. And this guy's like, I'll get you a host family. This business is like literally, the soccer training business has 5 kids. And he's like, I'll pay you X amount like a week. And it was like, in America, like if you heard what I got paid a week, it was a joke. But I knew that was what I had to do to start. So I was like, let's just do it. Leave family, leave everyone on a one-way plane. And that's how I landed up in Utah. Like, it was never the plan. And it was like within 6 weeks of like, again, when I'm like trying to go to the UK, it was not like, oh, I'll go to America, I'll go to Utah. I'd never even heard of Utah. Utah was just like this, like, who knows what, like, because like America's so big, you know, like California, like New York and Miami. From an outsider, that's what you know. That's what you hear about on the news. Texas is in the mix, like, and Nashville's in the mix as well as like a town and everything. So like Utah, it was like, Utah? What the heck is Utah? And it turned out being like a massive stepping stone to where I am today. So yeah, that's like
crazy.
the whole, like a little like stepping stone of how I got to Utah. So yeah, it's pretty
that's so
cool.
crazy. What was like the shock factor for you when you moved from, you know, outside of the US to the US?
I think
America?
a number of things. I think that the culture is a big thing. You know, Utah's very, it's not as diverse as, even if you look in America, it's not that diverse compared to a place like California that now I live in or something like that. You know, I can only really compare it to that because I've lived in Utah for about 2 years, almost 2 years now in California. I mean, but from a South African perspective, 100%, like South Africa is so diverse, from white, black, religion, just everything. You have it all, you know? And then Utah is just very white. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. It's very, like, that's how it is. You know, there's not much perspective on anything else. So you get there and it's like, it's weird to even say it, but like I hardly even coached any white kids before coming to America. I coached mostly African kids. Like 99.9% of the kids that I coached were that maybe 5 white kids in the space of 5 years, and I'm not even joking. And you get to America and it's like, now it's just white kids. So like that was like weird. You know, I say this to a lot of people, like restaurants. Like you get to like I went to this restaurant with the first host family I had, and we sit down, and this lady's like, "Oh, can I refill your Sprite?" And I'm like,
I've heard about that.
Do I have to pay for the second one? Like here you get like refills on sodas, and it's like, but in South Africa you just pay for the one soda, and that's what you get.
Yeah.
So like that first week or two was like different. You know, just different, like again, culture, and then just the way of life.
Yeah.
You know, you got public transport, Ubering, trains. We have Uber back in South Africa, but it's very unsafe. You know, even as a male, you know, let alone females. That's like, unlike, you don't travel by like one female in a car. Like you would never do that in an Uber. Like South Africa, you can do it as a guy. It's still a risk. You know, here Ubers, trains, just everything's at your disposal. And like, it's just safe.
Yeah.
Yes, it has unsafe moments, but compared to a place like South Africa, I remember going like downtown Salt Lake, and I'm like, this is normal. So like even like the transportation from like Ubering, trains, everything's just like at your disposal. And like safety, like I go down to Salt Lake City, like the center of Salt Lake, and you catch these trains and everyone's like, be okay. Like, you know, I was living up in the Lehigh, Harriman, Sandy, in like the valley. And you go down to like the Salt Lake, and everyone's like, ooh, like be careful, like it's a bit dodgy. And I'm like, bro, dodgy? Are you, do you know who you, like, do you know who you're talking to? And I'm sure it's the same in Nashville, right? Like Utah's just like in its own little bubble. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's in its own little world. It's like a world on its own almost, just in the middle of a desert.
Yeah.
And it's just there.
Yeah.
And it's like, even the mountains are just like a painting. You look at the mountain, you're like, that looks like a painting. That just doesn't look real.
Right.
You know, again,
beautiful.
California, like you drive 5 minutes and the scenery is always changing. In Utah, no matter where you look, it's the same view. You can travel 30 minutes, it's the same view. I don't know what's like in Nashville, but I would imagine the same kind of thing, you know? So yeah, coming from South Africa to Utah was just, everything was just like, whoa. The soccer world, complete flip. You know, back home it's seen as a poor person's sport. A lot of African kids playing it. The kids that play it are like holes in their clothes, shoes are falling apart, dusty fields half the time, or like very wonky. And you're coming into like Utah and you're like, in November, it's snowing, 2 weeks later I land. Now we're in indoors and kids are coming with these new cleats on the market, full Mbappe jerseys, full Ronaldo, Messi, and you're like, you know it exists, but like to see it all in front of you at once was like, okay.
Yeah.
And even just the parent support, like you're watching parents and you're like, why are you here? Like back home, like the parents just don't support the kids.
Really?
It's like the kid gets dropped off and the mom's gone, or the kid has to walk 30 minutes to practice. And so like life was just very different. And like to coming into it all at once was like, I mean, I got on with it. Like you kind of like think, okay, America is going to be different. You see TV, you know, I wasn't like naive to it. It just all at once in front of you, you're like, holy moly, what just happened? So again, like, and it was nice though, like, it's funny to even think about this, but like your fast food things, like you got Chick-fil-A. I had Chick-fil-A, like that was my first meal when I got here. I was like Chick-fil-A, I was like freaking out. And it's funny because like I'm in the drive-thru and I'm like, I want a chicken burger. And like the guy that picks me up is like,
chicken burger?
Chicken burger? What is a chicken burger? The chicken sandwich. But for us, like a burger is like either get a beef burger or a chicken burger. So like even just those like little phrases that you like latch onto and you're like, huh, life is different. You know, driving on the right side of the road here. Which side do we drive on the side? The right side we drive on here? Like your steering wheel's on the left side of the car. And you drive on the right side of the road. It's the complete opposite back home. The steering wheel's on the right side of the car and you drive on the left side of the road. And like just those little things, even like at a light, like the robot, right? We call it a robot. Here's a traffic light. Like you there, you can just turn right. You don't have to like, I'm like, whoa. And the guy's like, no, that's like it's like a rule. If the light's red, no, you can turn right. It's like day one, you're just like, okay. You're just picking up on these little things, just like, what the heck? You know, even the first host family I had, we just pitch up to their doorstep. You just ring a bell and you're at their doorstep. Back home, it's like, you gotta get through like 3 or 4 gates before you even get that.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like security.
Interesting.
Like there's all these fences and it's like.
I mean, I guess that's understandable because, I mean.
The crime.
So like, I mean, growing up, how was that for you? Like growing up in South Africa and the crime and like the gates, like, I don't know, like I've seen you visit back home and it seems like safe. And
it does. It's like
such, but
I think the biggest thing that people like need to like understand with South Africa and the reason why is you have these beautiful areas and then like within less than a mile, you've got a massive like rural area township. So to be like, beautiful skyscrapers and like beautiful like buildings and everything's like nice, and then like a mile that side you got like a poverty area of like 5,000 people.
God.
So like for them to like come in and out is so easy, so quick. So that's why your housing is so like jacked up. That's why like if so like again walking up to someone's front doorstep here is like normal. For me that's like weird. It's like where's the remote gate that you got to click a button to open up the gate, and then you got to go unlock a gate to get to your front door. Like that's like what you do. Every like big window has like burglar bars. Yeah, it's just like, oh, it's just a piece of glass. All right, I'll just kick that thing and I'm in your house.
That's crazy.
Like it's so all those like different things. But growing up in South Africa was like it was fun. Like you almost like you just get used to it, right? Like you're playing with your neighbors, you're playing with your people. And it's not like everyone's gonna rob you.
Yeah.
It's just there's people that will and there's people that won't. The same here. I just feel like here's less people.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you're not gonna like drive a mile and see complete poverty. Like where are you? I'm in like in the Orange County area. You got like Irvine. It's just jacked. It's beautiful. Tustin, Lake Forest, Santa Ana. It's just beautiful. It's just like, do you know what I mean? Like those are not like your poor areas like in like little pockets. It's just boom. It's well developed, well maintained, well run. So South Africa, like, I mean, schooling's very different. Everything's just so different. And like you see it on TV, like in, again, outside perspective, everyone looks at America. Everyone's like, oh, let's watch America. Like your shows, like we spoke, like my girlfriend and I was speaking about like Disney Channel. Like we like watched the same shows growing up. But that's normal for you. That for us is like, what? You're driving a big yellow bus?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. That's so cool. Oh, you walk to school? Huh? For us, our parents drop us off in like their car and they pick you up. And like, it's like, just different. And even like our school, like the school properties are very different. But like from an outsider, you know what you're coming into, in a sense. You're not fully prepared for it. But those like the school like aspect of things, because like when you watch like is it Ant Farm, Ant Hill, Ant Farm? It's like a Disney. Did you
Ant
watch
Farm?
it? Yeah, Ant Farm.
Yeah.
And like you like watch that, and you're like, oh, okay, you understand it, or like all these like kiddie shows, like you understand, like you not understand, but you get a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
So like you kind of know what you're coming into, but it's still like a shock. It's still like, what the heck?
Yeah.
From the day to day. So like that was, for me, that was very interesting, and it's very cool though. Like I like that I've had the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to like kind of get
used to it. Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, Utah was just interesting. Utah was very beautiful. It's like a world on its like a own. And maybe I feel like if I explore more of America, because I've only lived in like 2 places,
right,
maybe you would start picking up like, oh, that place is more like Utah, that place is more like California, or hey, it's not, like that's a world on its own. I don't know. I've still got someone like you that's lived on different sides of America, maybe we'll see it a little differently, if that makes sense.
No, I think that's fair. I think that's anybody too. Like, especially, I know there's parts in like, I mean, I'm just assuming based off of other people's experiences, but like, there's different parts of like the UK that some people will say they'll travel to, or they don't, or they like, or like very similar to the US, where it's like, I will go from here to Texas and it's a totally different world. I don't know if that's the same from
South Africa.
In like South Africa, or where you come from.
Very much so. It's like South Africa is like so small compared to America. Like for us to get from one side of the country to the other, it takes an hour and a half, 2 hours max.
That is wild.
Yeah, on like a flight. Okay. So like a drive will be maybe like 24 hours.
Okay.
But like you want to drive from like here to like the middle of America, it's going to take you like a day and a half, bro. What the heck? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, some states you're probably going to take a day to get through. Where for us, you go through like 7, 8 different states, and you've traveled across South Africa from one end to the other. And even like different, I mean, it's very different. Like where I grew up for the majority of my life is a place called Mpumalanga. That's where I went to school, all those kind of things. It's like, it's small, but it's more like, it's not as upbeat. Like a lot of people would know like Joburg, Cape Town. Those like more your business hubs, your more like advanced cities. So for us, it's like a small town, right? White River and Mpumalanga, where I grew up, small town, but you got safaris like on your back step. So like you drive like 20, 30 minutes and you've got like this massive safari, like,
that is so
like
crazy.
probably the biggest game reserve in the whole of South Africa, maybe even Africa, I'm not too sure. But like we went there when we went back like a couple of weeks ago, and it's just like, damn. But then you go to Joburg and it's like it's like in the middle, not the middle of South Africa, but like it's there's no ocean around it, you know? And you go to Joburg and it's like, I would almost say like similar to New York. It's crowded, city that never sleeps, very expensive, but it's cool. Like it's an opportunity place for young people that you would want to go there from anything you want to do, content, fashion, anything. So like you can kind of link like a Johannesburg to like a New York, but size-wise nowhere near, but lifestyle.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Cape Town is like almost a California. It's like a city on the beach, very laid back. There's no rush. It's posh. It's easy going. And then Durban, where I grew up, it's also on the coast, but it's also like a bit slow and steady, but it's not as posh as like a Cape Town. Cape Town is like a whole different world. It's cleaner, much more safe. It's a lot more advanced, where like Durban is just like, sweet, we're chilling. But even within Durban, you can have posh there, but then like run down, ghetto, damn, walk down that street, knife through your neck kind of thing, you're finished.
Yeah.
So like you grew up with that reality. I mean, my best friend, even where I grew up for 13 years in Mpumalanga, I never got robbed, I never got hijacked, but my best friend, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he's walking and boom, knife, gun to the stomach, give me everything you got on the side of the street.
It's scary.
Do what they say, otherwise your life's gone.
Right.
Of course you're gonna give them the stuff, right? It's like you hear about stories like that, and like that's like my best mate, that's my best friend. But that's just life.
Right.
That happens. It's like, oh, TK got robbed last week.
That's so
Is he still alive? Yeah, okay, cool.
Wild. That is wild.
Like you just move on with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's gonna happen to somebody at some point. Luckily it didn't happen to me. I think I would have cried and collapsed on the spot. But like it happens, right?
Yeah.
And like you see it kind of unfold and that, but again, a beautiful place, very diverse, very just different.
Yeah.
Very, very different. So yeah, that was kind of just South Africa growing up, if that makes sense.
and soccer is a big deal. So
Yes.
I know now we're kind of at like the World Cup
Yes.
and everything. How was that experience? 'Cause I know you just went back home during the World Cup, right?
Yes, yeah.
How was that for like your family, being home, friends, everything? Like especially with soccer background. So
For personally humbling, like I spoke to my girlfriend, like this is like so nuts to even speak. We land and we go for breakfast, and the seven of us, eight of us, and we sat there, and it's like, okay, you getting like a milkshake, I'm getting a shake, tea, coffee, orange juice, okay, cool, and everyone's getting breakfast, like 2 pieces of toast, 2 eggs, like 3 pieces of bacon, fried tomato, like it's like a good breakfast, and like the bill comes and you look at it and you're like, okay, $45 for 7 people. We're all getting the same breakfast, and that's with a tip. We go like 2 of us will go out to eat, and that's like in and out, and that's like a $35 bill. And now you're sitting at a restaurant with the server, and everyone's getting like tea, coffee, 3 of us getting shakes, orange juice, breakfast, and it's like, whoa. It's like unbelievable, you know? It's like the exchange rate is like a dream. So like you go with the US dollar, it's so powerful to a place like South Africa, but again, humbling, because like where I'm from is very run down. It's a very like, it's like a middle class, but lower middle class, if that makes sense. But it's like, you leave, like, you know what this is like. You have like, you're like, here, you got like your life set up.
Yeah.
And you go away and like, you leave in your car, you leave in your comfort zone, and now you're in somebody else, like it's my house, but it's not my house. And that's like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Because like, you can't just leave when you want to leave. You can't just go where you want to go. Everything's dependent on somebody. So you can't just get in your car and be like, I'm going to leave.
right.
Like your mom, your dad, like you can drive, but still you can't just take the car and leave.
Right.
Because then you're leaving like 6 people behind. You know what I mean? So very humbling, and like you take for granted what you have here. And like for me to get on my feet in California in the space, and like how quick I did it, it would never happen back home. It would take me 5 times longer to get to where I am now back home doing what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So like here, like it's very, like it's hustle, and it's like go, like the American dream, if you want to call it that. And like you get on your feet, but back home, it's very different.
Yeah.
It's very different. So like, again, very humbling, and you just start taking things more, you appreciate things a little bit more, and you're like, damn, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Like that is absolutely crazy. And it just makes you think about things, and like they saying, oh, that's so expensive. And we're like, expensive? Are you
Yeah.
are you serious right now? But again, cost of living, you're taking all that account. So beautiful, I loved it. It was needed for the soul, but it was very, like, it brings you down to like, hey, like, you got a lot to, because like here, I mean, as young people, we so expected to like live this dream. This is the expectation. You open social media, everyone's driving Lamborghinis, G-Wagons, living in penthouses in Miami, 6 figures, and you're like, bro, and you're like, but that's not everybody. You know, like, those people have done their thing, they've gone their route, we doing what we're doing, but it brings you down, it makes you appreciate life a little bit more. Even the soccer world, like I collected like almost 15 pairs of cleats and take them back, and the kids are like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Awesome.
And like I was able to collect from like kids back here, from the kids that I coach. And they're like, oh yeah, we got these 3 pair lying around, and like those 2 pair. And it's like, again, it just puts things into perspective again. And it's nothing against the kids that I coach and, oh, they are ungrateful. Nowhere near that. It's just, life's different. Again, the haves and the haves not. And like, again, you get then kids are like holes in their clothes. Shoes are breaking, not wearing socks, walking 30, 40 minutes at age 8, 9 years old at night. And you're like, that you've got like a lot more to be grateful for. Where like I coach teams and they're coming, and mom, dad, sitting there, they're wearing the full uniform that they've paid like $500 for. And it's like, bro, and it's like, cool, don't get me wrong, it's awesome. And I'm glad that they're able to experience that, because I wanted that as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, even at my fine age of 24, I'm like, I wish I had that as a kid. And like this 7-year-old, 8, 9-year-olds running around with it. And I'm like, that's so cool. It's just like, again, different.
Very different,
And I think from like a soccer perspective, World Cup, like we landed on the 10th of June, 11th of June, Mexico, South Africa play. Yeah, World Cup, it was a vibe. I don't think we got too much into it. We were kind of like in the bush at the time. We were like kind of excluded, trying to get like a bit more of a safari feel for my girlfriend and I, because she had never been, so it was really exciting. So yeah, and then coming back here, I mean, we played Canada in the round of 32, and we went down to LA, and like we went to this like little bar, and it's just South Africans, and you like want to cry. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm back home, and like we lose, right?
Yeah.
Like in like right at the end, not last kick of the game, but like right at the end, 5 minutes after the game, everybody's like, bruh. And then the DJ is like, yeah, no time to be sad. Music on and everyone's bumping. Like for like the next like 6 hours, everyone's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
We just got knocked out of the World Cup. But no one cared at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, we're drinking and everyone's having a good time. But it's like, no, like we're South Africans, bro. We're gonna vibe. Like that's what we do.
I know.
And it's like we don't
We're all
know
about
you,
the
but like
vibes.
everyone, like I took like this one guy that like I'm hugging, and I'm like, bro, there's like 30-year-old black guy, and I'm like, sweet, come here, dude, give me a hug. Like you just make friends with them.
Yeah.
Like that's just, first of all, the World Cup's done in general, I want to say, but more like for us as a nation of South Africans, if you know South African history, that's pretty cool. You know, like black, white, different things. Like you got mixed race people. You just got like everybody there, and it's like this is so cool. You don't know each other, but now you're hugging each other and you're like celebrating and you're dancing on the stage and everyone's having a good time. So that was really nice. That was like needed, you know. And that game, I think that one game when we qualified against South Korea, it was played at like 3 a.m. in the morning in South Africa. And like you go on Instagram and social media, and everyone's just in the streets at like 5 a.m. in the morning when the game's done. Cool. And you're like, heck yeah, that's what it's about, you know, especially for South Africa. And I want to say it's been the same for like a lot of teams, okay, a lot of African teams, even European teams that have done really well. Their nation's just going crazy. So it's a really like fun and exciting like difference. And I've got dual citizenship, which is so cool. I've got a US and a South African passport. But it is so nice to have both.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like being able to have the African, South African roots that keep you humble. Because when I'm there, I'm like, I'm so fired up to come back. Because here you're like, oh, I'm just making this, I'm just doing that. Like it's like you hustle and you grind, but now you know why. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it had been a while, it almost been a year and a half since I went back. So I've been here for a year and a half in California. And it's like, okay, but you get so complacent, you get so comfortable, you get so, I'm just in California, okay, I'm living an okay life. I'm okay with my $5 Starbucks. No, I want more, I want to do more, I want to achieve more. And you come back so far, I came back so fired up. And I'm like, when's my next trip? I want to go back home again. Like it's like, it's home, but it's not home, which is hard. But this is home.
Right.
So it's like you got two homes, and that it does, especially at a young age, it does mess with you a little bit. You know, I mean, I'm very grateful for my girlfriend and her family. If I didn't have that, it would be a very different conversation, and I think that's where Utah was, a very different conversation compared to South Africa. You're grounded. You got your mom, your dad. You're staying at home. You got your sister. You got your friends. Utah, you're kind of just going off like a limb. You're just like, okay, what like. It's very messy. Here, you kind of like, the beginning was that, and then you kind of got into a relationship, find your roots, start figuring out life a little bit. But
so you're sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Like you shifted your perspective, which helped you kind of see life and how you're living a lot better.
Yes.
Okay.
100%. I think that's part of the environment though.
Right.
Because you again, South Africa's very much one way. You get to Utah, it's very different, and then you go to California, it's very different. Right. And you get a glimpse of like, okay, if I want to be successful, if I want to achieve what I want to achieve, you kind of need to go through those phases. Right. Because I feel like if you just grow up in one spot, that's all you know. There's nothing wrong with it, there's nothing bad with it, but I feel like for someone like me that wants to achieve these high things, I mean, if you look at like, I remember a thing of Kevin Hart, he was saying like, most successful people will move around every 3 to 4 years because they need to be unsettled to go and achieve something. Because I believe anything worth having is never going to come from a comfort zone. Right. It's never going to be achieved within this little bubble that you stay in. If it's something like above the norm, if that makes sense. And there's nothing wrong with staying in the norm. There's nothing wrong with staying in that thing. But for someone like me, I've always wanted that next step. I've always wanted that, okay, what does that look like? What does that feel like? And I feel like coming from South Africa, seeing that, and then Utah, and now California, like, whoa. And I do believe there's something, there has to be something more. And I could see it still being California, but I think there's levels to it within California, if that makes sense.
No, yeah. No, I think a lot of people have that perspective, especially because, I mean, again, like places like Utah or even moving from South Africa, like,
yes,
it changes your perspective and it makes you want to, you know, chase something a little bigger, especially when you have like really hard experiences and those unsettling moments.
Yeah.
And so, no, I would have to agree
100%.
wholeheartedly. Yeah.
And I think what's so weird is like for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm happy here, where I'm at in Utah, in California. But even coming back from South Africa, I even told my girlfriend, I'm like, I want to try this, I want to try that.
Yeah.
I should do this, I should do that. Even though like you're still in the same environment, just stepping out of it for a couple of days or a week or two to a place where it's like a whole different world, and knowing that world, like it's so funny to even say this, but like I have a journal and I have a couple because like they get full or whatever, and I've been writing for about, not consistently, but like on and off for like 4 years. And the day we left was an emotional day. Like it's sad. It's like you can even feel like it's the day after Father's Day. It's heavy. Mom's getting emotional, dad's getting emotional. Everyone's just like, gosh, okay. And I go into my old room, and like my house is my home. Like it's cozy, but it's nothing fancy. It's nothing spontaneous. It's a very interesting place. And the room that I was staying, my girlfriend stayed in there. And I go into the cupboard, and there's like this black box. I open this black box, find this journal, and I open it up. And the day I opened it up on almost the same time. It was the 22nd of June that I opened it up on. No, so it was the 22nd of June when we left. I opened up on the 19th of June. That was like the most recent time I'd written, because I'd skipped a couple of days, and I'd written like 23rd or 24th of June. So the 19th of June, and I just sat there and I'm like, whoa, those struggles are crazy.
Yeah.
Like I remember crying, and like the second line, you're just like, holy moly, like that's nuts. That shows progress. I might not feel it, but that no longer is my struggle.
Right.
I got other struggles today, but it's like that journal just kind of, again, that humbling, bringing you back to like, and I remember sitting on that same bed in that same room crying, like, Mom, I want more. Mom, I need to do more. Mom, this, Mom, that. And I'm doing it. And it just makes you appreciate where you are, but you still want to push.
Right.
Because at that time in my life, none of this was on the cards. 19th of June, 2021, I was in a relationship. I was like, I'm just stuck here. It's just the same old day in, day out, the same struggle every single day. And I'm like, yo. Again, like I just cried. Even the day I left, I just cried on my bed, and I was like almost 4 years later, here I am with the life that I have. And I'm grateful for it. Yeah. But I've had to work, and I've had to be unsettled, and I've had to be uncomfortable in all those phases. But that's life.
Right.
You know what I mean? But again, where I am today is just like, whoa. Just whoa, like what I have at my disposal. It's just, we take it for granted, we really do.
Yeah.
Coming from a place that I'm at, and like people our age back in South Africa are so, I'm not gonna say far behind, that's not the way I wanna put it, but they've got a whole different perspective on life. Because they haven't experienced what we've experienced. But the same and vice versa, we haven't experienced what they experienced. So we take for what we have as like, oh, it's not enough. Like, oh, I've got a car, okay. Oh, I've got a 1-bedroom apartment, I'm renting a room in a house. What, you have that? No way. I wish I could have that.
Yeah.
Where we sit, it's like, it's not the car I want. It's not the house I want. But it's like back there, we still live with, like, I live with my parents back home at the age of 21. 21-year-olds out here, like, come on, like, I've been renting a room. And like, even the conversion rate is nuts. Like, I remember speaking to some of the guys that I coached and worked with. They're like, you earn that? Like, holy moly.
Yeah.
Like, that's some people's like 6 months paycheck.
Right.
What I've earned in 2 weeks. Are you serious right now? Again, cost of living is whole different. So very different, very beautiful. And I love the fact that I have those two different perspectives.
Yeah.
Because for me and the distance I want to go in my life, that's a good reminder.
Yeah.
Go back there, get humbled, and you're like, damn.
It's nice that you have that. It's not a lot of people do have
Yes,
that, like
100%.
experience or be able to go back to something to humble them on. They have to kind of seek a little bit more guidance with that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty awesome that you have that. Like it's hard to kind of do that inner work and to find that and figure that out. But that's a good thing. I mean, not a lot of people have that. So.
Yeah, I would agree with it. It is hard if you don't have that. It's like, okay, I gotta, like you're gonna say, but it's also like on healing, you gotta like go seek it in a deeper place.
Yeah.
Where that, for me, like that's there. That's like in the front of my head, and I'm like, whoa. You know, I do get distance from it a lot. The longer I'm here, the longer I like grow away from it. And it's like an elastic band, just boom, straight back there. Like, you ain't type of thing. And like, bro, humble, like, relax.
Yeah.
You ain't all that. Like, come back to reality, which is good. So I love that I have that. It's amazing. It's perfect. It does suck, but it's life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it. I really wouldn't change it for what it's worth. So
Yeah.
it's really good.
How do you think that adjustment from Utah to California was for you? Because I know you've hit kind of like three different hits. So, I mean, what made you? I mean, I know a little bit about the Utah experience of moving from there to California, but how was that shift for you?
Like what made me shift, or what was it like?
What was that like?
It was tough. It came from a place of like a very uncertain. Who am I? What am I? I just come back from South Africa after being away for 2 years. So I was in Utah for 2 years, went back home, was there for a month. Before I left back home, like at the time I was just like doing my own thing in the coaching world, and I was like, I need something more. I met this guy who's really cool. I'm actually like, I would say I'm friends with him still. A guy named Tristan in Utah. He does summer sales. He's like, you gotta come do summer sales with me in Miami. 4 months, great, let's do it. So I go back home to South Africa. I'm studying for this like summer sales thing. I get back a month in Utah. I go to Arizona for a couple of days to do like a training. Go do these doors. I'm like 3 days on the doors. I'm knocking, getting hard nosed. Door slammed in my face, telling me to F off, telling me get out of here, get lost. All of a sudden I'm like, whoa, this stuff is tough. But there was like, knocking those doors was like an emptiness. And like the thing that kept going through my head is like, what are you chasing? Money? Because the money would have been good. Could have gone back home for 6 months. Could have been like living like with USDs in South Africa. Life's great, all this greatness. But then it's like, what's your purpose? And it's like, what is my purpose? And I know it. I know what it is. I knew what it was. But it's like, I distracted that. I pushed that purpose aside because I was like, it's not getting me anywhere. It's like, I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm trying to do not what God's got planned for me. I'm just trying to do my own thing. I'm just going to do this. Forget it, F it, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
And it was like, you get back home and I remember like sitting there and I'm like, no. And I'll never forget, I got these hoodies made. That's it, for the love of the game. And had my coaching logo on the front. And when I got those, I was sitting in the car with them and I was like, for the love of the game. That's why I do it, for the love of the game, but to impact kids, to impact people.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I've come too far for this. And I kid you not, within 2 weeks, I had my life packed up from Utah to California with just this idea of what I've been sold by these people on the phone, never met them, had maybe max 3 phone calls with these guys, and I just did it. I just did it. And I was like, and it worked out. Like it was a gamble. It was, if my friend had told me that, like, I'm gonna like, I found this, like you get what I'm saying? Like if my friend had phoned me, it's like, oh, this company said, I would be like,
yeah.
I don't know about that. But it just like, it made sense.
Yeah.
And it like, at the time it was like, it's obvious. It was obvious. And I'll never forget the day I was driving down to Vegas for a soccer tournament with the host family I was with at the time. And I'm like, I have to phone this guy that I'm doing the summer sales with. And I phoned him and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, and he's like, what? No, like that, no, Jared. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah,
it's what it is.
Yeah.
And you get thrown into a house with 6 or 7 dudes that I landed in California at LAX at like 10:30 at night, drive 45 minutes to an hour back to California. I get dropped off at this house. Well, guy took me to get in and out, which was pretty sweet. And I was like, sweet, in and out. I'm getting in and out in California, in Utah. I was like, yeah, in and out, yeah. Just drops me off and I got these 2 suitcases and I'm just stood there and I'm like, in this house, like in front of this house. And I'm like, what the hell? And he's like, you'll figure it out. And I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out. And I walk in there and there's all the lights are off. And you're like in this house and you're like, it's empty. Like for like the longest time, like in Utah, like there was moments of emptiness, a lot of moments of emptiness. And you're like, you don't have mom and dad to be like, hey, how you doing? Like, can I come over? Can you make me a meal? Can you gotta figure out what it is. It's in front of you, you gotta figure it out. And you walk into this room and there's one empty bed. All the other rooms are closed, locked, everyone's sleeping. And there's one guy awake, like, hey, Joe, his name was Ennis. He was on the phone with like his girlfriend or something at the time. And you just walk into this room and you fall asleep, like literally like there's like a bed, a table, like a little side table and another bed and you just go sleep. And you wake up hoping that like it's normal and like wake up and like we're in our boxes. Like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Dude, Jared, yeah, cool. And then you're up, and then you go to the office, and it's like, this is happening.
Yeah.
This has happened. And I've still got like my gallery from landing in LAX. I was like, this is beautiful. Like, and I remember the song, like, I hopped on the plane at LAX in a dream in a car again. Like, that was the song that just went through my mind. Like, it's such a white girl
Party
song.
in the USA.
But like that line,
I'm dead.
that line just like, it was me. Hopped on the plane at LAX. And like, here I am. Like, it's nuts because like, South Africa to Utah, I had 2 suitcases. That was my life. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And it was like, I even look at like, I don't want to sound materialistic, but I look at the stuff that I had then to what I have now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, I literally came with maybe 5 t-shirts,
That's
2 pairs of
so
pants.
insane.
I had one jacket, and it was winter in Utah. Like, I had nothing. I had a cracked Chinese phone. It wasn't even branded. It was it's a Chinese, like, I had no brand. And I'm like, boom. And like in the first 2 months, I'm like, I'm leveling up. I'm getting Air Forces. I'm getting an iPhone. I'm like, yeah. But like, I came across with nothing. And then Utah to California, I left stuff in Utah, but I had an apartment in Utah. And I was like, damn, I got things. I got things, bro. Like, what is this? It sounds so stupid. Like, I got a dustbin. Heck yeah. I got cutlery. Heck yeah. Come on now. And now I've got a bed. Heck yeah. Like, it's like levels, you know? And it's just like, it's so weird to say. And it's like, it might not seem like a lot, but it's like, for me, from where I'm from, that's level, like that. Even my friends are like, geez, bro, proud of you.
Yeah.
Like, not that you've made it, but like, I remember that like first night in Utah, in here, and I'll never forget it. I can tell you exactly what I was wearing. My Adam Sandler shorts, it was a blue H&M shirt. Like, Adam Sandler, like, they're long back. I can tell you exactly, I was wearing my 9060 F, New Balances. I can tell you exactly, like, just that it was so clear. It's so obvious and like just in my head, because it's like such key moments of when you're transitioning, and it's like, it's probably like the most hard. It's like when you're in the moment, it sucks and it's the worst feeling. But when you look back on it, you're like, yeah, it's nothing. Like leaving home at 21 and you're like, I've got no ticket coming back here. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't even know how this is gonna pan out. Are these host families even gonna be like legit? Are they like, what are they? But it's like the excitement at the same time, if that makes sense. And then like, again, you like California, you just figuring out life.
Yeah.
And like, I only was guaranteed 3 months in California. And within the first 2 to 3 weeks, and it was 3 weeks in, the club that I work for, like, we want to offer you a job. It was like on a Wednesday or Thursday, and I thought about it. And then that very next weekend, I meet my girlfriend, who's now like the girl I've dated the longest in my whole life. And I'm like, bro. And like,
awesome.
I remember the first week we were here, there's actually a video on it on Instagram where I did like a vlog. And that same vlog was the vlog, like that moment on my time, I was like, I don't want to leave here. Like, this is home. I'm going down to Newport Beach running, and it's
wild.
winter. And the sun's up, bro. Like, what do you mean? I'm running in the winter in California. Utah, bro, at that same time, it's like you left like this much of snow off the ground. You're like shoveling the driveway to get on the plane, and now you're landing in sunny California. It's like February, bro. What the heck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it was definitely, it was harder from South Africa to Utah. It was more risk taking because you're like, okay, like, how's this gonna pan out? And it's like, is this it? Is this not my ticket to the big time, but is this like where else can I go after this?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'd reached, like, where else, like, where do I want to go?
Yeah.
Maybe East Coast, I don't know, at the time, that's what you're thinking, you're like, bro. But you get thrown into the mix, and like, it's just one thing after the next. And it's like, it's just weird, but it's so like, it's just beautiful. And yeah, and then you just start coaching, and like, it's just changing all the time in the club. And like now, like the first year in California was tough. It was really hard. Just trying to figure out yourself, trying to figure out friends, trying to say, okay, is this girl, is she good for me? Her family was so welcoming. She was so like, she's just a different type of girl that I've dated, and I love it.
Yeah.
You know, and it wants me to be a bit better. I don't want to be complacent with her and with where I'm at with her. And it's like, okay, let's push, let's go. But not just with her, but like career-wise. And it's like that dynamic at once, never experienced. And then you're like, okay, I'm in the right place. Because there's never gonna be better than this right now.
Yeah.
But there's still like, you wanna go. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a weird topsy-turvy thing. So But a year later, even in California, I've come such a long way. Like, I'd never owned a car.
I know, I know.
Yeah,
when
it was
I
like,
called you on the phone, you're like, yeah, I'll just drive there.
Yeah,
I
I'm like,
said, what? Where's the Uber, guys?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the Uber?
Where's the train, bro? What do you mean? And it's like, I paid cash. And you know what's so crazy? I remember this day as well. I paid cash for that car. Nothing, it's not a special car. It's not like, whoa, like a BMW, nowhere near. But it's like, it's my car, bro. Like, that's mine.
Yeah.
That's my car, bro.
Yeah.
And I bought it on my, I bought it on my birthday. I turned 24 and I'm just like, I took a photo of the first time I filled the car up for gas. I'm like, I can fill this car up full now, bro. Let's whip that thing, tap the car. I'm not worried about it.
You went from, let me give you gas money to I'll fill up this car myself. I love it.
Let's do it. Like it's just like those moments. I took a photo of it on the gas thing, and I'm like, yeah, I did that shit. I did that. Not in a cocky, arrogant way, but it's like the first time ever, and it's like, damn. Holy moly, and you're getting insurance and you get like, yeah, I did that, man. I'm paying my insurance. I'm like, yeah. So it's like that first like 9 months in California, like the club were amazing. They like give you accommodation, they're giving you cars to drive, they're giving you gas cards, you're getting on your feet. But a lot of sacrifices. Like you know, ask my girlfriend, like this time it's like, we can't do anything, like we gotta stay at home. But just to be able to afford, it's expensive, don't get me wrong, California's expensive, you know that. But just make more money, figure it out, sacrifice what you need to sacrifice. And it sucks. But again, you get to live the life you live.
Yeah.
You know, and like the job that I have is brilliant. Like they give you like almost, there's 2 parts. They give you like a month off and then 3 weeks off. Like so you get a June off and then 3 weeks off in December, and it's paid. Like heck yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
where else are you gonna get, like, do you know, at my age and in the soccer world, where do you get that?
Right.
You know, so it's like it's beautiful. So it's like I'm in a good spot. It's good. But it was like, that was like diabolical what I did. I'm like, why am I doing this, bro? Like, and I remember I was stupid. I drank a Dunkin' coffee, like from like a bottle at the airport that I got.
Oh my
and I was like, I'm like, do you know what I'm like,
It's like tweaking.
getting at the car. And I'm like, let me go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, then I'm like, video. And I'm like, I just couldn't sit still. And I'm like, what the heck? But again, one-way ticket to California, like, I think I had $80 in my account. And I'm like, I'm gonna get Panda. So we're gonna get Panda at the airport. And you just land there and you're like, you're gonna make $80 work for like a week or two before you get paid.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you do it.
Right.
Same in South Africa. I remember coming from South Africa to Utah, nothing, no money, nothing. I couldn't even go get a drink at the thing. Like, I was talking to my girlfriend, I took her back to South Africa, and like, it was like in my head, I'm like, I just did that. But like South Africa to Utah, nothing. I'm just there.
Yeah.
I'm just sat like 6 hours later, I can't go get a drink, I can't get food, I can't get anything.
That's crazy.
And then I go back the last time, and I didn't have money, but I'd like, it's okay. And then the last time I went back, holy moly, like I was like taking care of everything. I'm like, bring that thing here, bro, bring that thing. I got that, put that thing on my tab, bro. And then like, we even like, before we flew out, like, I'm like, I can actually like, we got drinks at the airport. Wasn't great, we messed up on the drink order. But like, when am I ever, we spent like $60 at the airport. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's me, bro. Bring that bill here. Like, it's so like weird to even say it, and like, it sounds so cringe, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because for me and my journey, like, coming out here was like, broke boy. I literally had to like raise money to get here. Like last minute, I pulled it off in 6 weeks, hell yeah. One-way ticket, that's all I could do. I just couldn't even afford the luggage insurance. Just get me a ticket on that plane, and I'm gonna make it happen. And I did. And then Utah was its thing, and then it was just every, like, it's like every year it's just getting better and better and better. But it's like, but again, it humbles you going back.
Right.
And it's like good, because you got to. But even going back, like what I did the last time, it doesn't feel real. It's like, I did that? What? Like, I remember phoning my parents, telling them we're going back, like I'm coming back. Like, it was like, oh man, my girlfriend and I took a selfie, and we like took a selfie, like pointing up here, and like we edited the flight details. And like, I get my mom on FaceTime, and I was like, hey mom, like, look at this really cool like photo I took with the soccer girl today. And like, we in the car eating like McDonald's, McFlurries at like 10:30 at night, sitting on the family group. I'm like, oh, just sit on the family group, like, just go look at 2 minutes, nothing. I'm like, mom, did you see the family, like the photo? Like, it's a cute photo. Go look at the photo, mom. Like, pull it together, lady. And she just goes on there and she's like, who's coming on? Just breaks down in tears, bro. And I'm like, whoa, but mom, like, but like, to like do that, and I'm like, damn. And then still do what we did there. Like, it's just, it just shows that again, like, your hard work, just hustle. And those months when I'm like, there was like, I remember this for like what, almost 2-3 months. I had to work this one Friday, 8 hours, 8-9 hours. And I felt like, I hate this. I don't want to do this. But I had to sacrifice that to get here. And it was hard. It sucked.
Yeah.
But you got to do what you got to do
Right.
to progress. And I think that's what South Africa gave me, is I don't want to go back there and live. I don't. If I grew up in America, I'd be like, I'm not doing that 8 hours of shift. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But I wouldn't have done it. If I'd grown up in America and like, you know, you start working at 15 and you're working at like Chick-fil-A and McDonald's, you can make some good money, like you're comfortable and, you know, but the life that I grew up living, that's what you got to do, bro. If it's like that for 3 days, yeah, tough love.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah.
Go do it. Because at the end of the day, I'm able to turn around and do these things. And it sucks because like you come back broke. You come back and you're like, damn, bank account's finished.
Right.
You know, but you're able to do it still. And I think that for me was like the progression. If you look at South Africa to now, going and even the travel experiences of how I travel, what I took when I traveled. Like, it mustn't be a cocky thing, but it's like, yeah, you have to level up. That's life, it's progress.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all about, oh, look what I do, look what I have, look at me. But it's what you're able to help with your people. You know, and I feel like that's me in my life. I feel like I'm always helping, providing, taking care of. And I mean, that's just, you could almost say, okay, well, you're a man, you got to. But it's still tough. I mean, there's women out there that still do it.
Yeah.
And like, kudos to them, bro.
Yeah.
So, anyways, going off on a side tangent, but
No,
yeah, South Africa,
no,
it's a massive part of who I am. And I love it. I'm American, but I'm also South African. And it's like, but I love that I've got that component. But I also love that I'm here because this is the opportunity. This is where it's like, you know, don't be lazy. Just get yourself going, and life will sort itself out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of the Utah to California kind of dilemma, if that makes sense.
And do you feel like with everything that you have accomplished from the moving parts you've had in your life, do you feel like you are settled or unsettled?
It's a good question. Unsettled because I want more.
Right. Okay.
But settled with where I'm like comfortable with where I'm at. But unsettled because I want more. If that makes sense. I feel like it's weird to like always look at it like that. But like more set. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I feel like in Utah and South Africa, I was unsettled. Jared was unsettled. Who am I? What do I want? Where do I want to go? All these question marks. Here, I'm settled, but I'm not settled with what I have.
Okay. Yeah.
Makes sense?
No, absolutely.
So it's a nice feeling because it's like I'm hungry, I'm desired. Like even being here, it's like, okay, yeah, I want to do more of this. This is the life I want to be a part of. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want these opportunities. I want to be like, that's the world I want to be in.
Right.
Right. So, yeah, settle with who I am and what I am, but unsettled with where I'm at, like career-wise.
Yeah. No, that makes complete sense. I mean, I think that's normal.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's
no.
normal. Yeah.
I think everybody, especially people we've had on the show before, have always said they're hungry for more. Like, I mean, a lot of us are still in our 20s and our 30s, even our 40s or 50s. Like, and there's not like a timeline on when you need to feel fully set.
Yeah.
So.
And I think a part of that's social media, 100%.
I agree.
Like you look at like 18 years old and you're driving a Lambo, bro, that's so cool. That's your journey.
Right.
But he had his own challenges. He had her own challenges. And I mean, I look at the World Cup with Cape Verde. I don't know if you know Cape Verde.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yeah, goalkeeper's 40 years old and had like a breakout thing at 40 years old. No one knew him before this. And it's like, bro, who are you? And now at 40 years old, all of a sudden the world's blowing up. He literally had 50,000 followers by the start of the World Cup. In less than 2 weeks, he's over 20 million right now.
That's crazy.
So 20 million followers in the space of 2 weeks. Like, I don't think anybody's had that big of a blow up. But he's 40, like you say. You know, and you look at that and you're like, patience.
Yeah.
Because he would have had at least 20 years of setbacks.
Right.
Sacrifices, figuring it out. Am I doing the right thing? Am I not?
Yeah.
And then you have a breakup.
Patience and hard work.
Yeah.
I feel like that we miss that too, especially in this generation. It's hard work. Like,
yes,
where you see people now, like, that took work. It didn't just take like, okay, well, easy access to this and that. Like, I would have to say work.
And everybody wants that. Like, I'm a victim to this as well. I mean, delayed gratification. Like, everyone wants it now.
Right.
Everybody wants it tomorrow. And I feel like I say this to people and I'm like, it's so funny because it's like right in front of us. You look at any big company, Amazon, Uber, everything. They've all got instant thing. I want to get food. Okay, well, I don't want to move. Well, I can get Uber Eats right now. Oh, it's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Amazon. I don't want it
Yeah.
next week. I want it now. I don't want to get up and go to the store. I want it now. I want it. Amazon Prime. You know, you look at all those kind of things. It's just there in front of you. Even like Netflix. I don't want to go to the cinemas. I don't want to get up and drive and too much effort. I want it now. I want it to come, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with it. But I just think all those things play a role into like what you're saying, hard work, patience, and they want it now. And I thought I'm put my hands up on that. I want it today. I want it tomorrow. I don't want to wait 10 years for a Lambo. I want a Lambo now.
Right.
I don't want to wait 10 years for a successful business or an outbreak. I want it now.
Yeah.
But that's not for you. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's tough. So patience.
Patience is
hard work.
Yeah, I would agree.
100%.
Yeah. Well, Jared, thank
you.
you for coming. I literally
I feel
am
like I did all the
so.
talking.
I know. I absolutely. That's what you're here for.
Yeah, I
like
know.
this is your
Yeah.
episode. I love that we've gotten to know a little bit more about your
Thank you.
background and just like that transition period from literally being unsettled. Like that's what we're here for, to talk about those things and just like your to like who you are today. Like you know, just like you talked about your journal, just like that kind of that shock factor of oh my god, like these are no longer my struggles and look at me now kind of thing. Like telling yourself, look at me now, like Chris Brown.
Yeah, look at me now. Yeah. And not like, you know, like, hey, look at me now. Just like, look at me now. Like, and I think you got to say it to yourself more often. I feel like you have to. Because I mean, like with your journey and like with Alden's journey, like I've known you guys not like a super long time, but long enough. And like we're all on our own journey. We all got like our own, we've all had to overcome our own things in our journey, within ourselves. And, you know, I think that's so beautiful. And I mean, like I said to my girlfriend, I'm like, the three of us being friends is kind of like, it's not weird in a bad way, but it's like, huh?
Yeah.
But it's so cool because we're all different. Like, we just connect. Right. And like, I love soccer and this, and you love this and that, and he loves this and that. And it's just like, but we're still friends. We still figure it out. We still hang out. We still made the effort. And I think that for me is like, again, it's like, it's just perfect. It's life. It's like you say, being unsettled with where you are and progressing. And so, but thank you so much for having me. It's been a joy. It's been a pleasure. So thank you.
We're grateful to have you. And again, thank you to Hub 101. We appreciate the space. And
that was mad, the whole process of this whole thing. I'm like, Hub 101. Like, we were here for like 30, 40 minutes just trying to set up things and figure it out. And like, we're just moving things around in this room, that room. So shout out Hub 101.
We got her done. We got her done. We appreciate it. But thank you so much. And
thank you.
I'm so excited for you guys to watch this. Again, follow Jared on Instagram and his soccer journey and all of the such and his clothing line.
Yes, we didn't speak much about that, but that's coming.
That's coming. Yes. Well, thank you guys.
Awesome.
We'll
thank
see
you.
ya.